Today we are taking a look at Miyu Suzuki from You and I Are Polar Opposites. This is the Miyu Suzuki figure released in the Mucute Figure line by FuRyu. You and I Are Polar Opposites is a romantic comedy that follows students with very different personalities as they build friendships, develop romantic feelings, and learn how to communicate more honestly with one another. Within that story, Miyu Suzuki is an energetic and sociable girl who expresses herself openly around her classmates. At the same time, she is sensitive to how other people see her, giving her personality a mix of brightness, uncertainty, and emotional awareness. Today's highlights for this figure are the three-dimensional sailor uniform, the detailed pink high-top sneakers, and the posing that expresses Miyu Suzuki's personality. The first highlight is the sailor uniform. The white shirt, dark blue sailor collar, white inner neckline, bright yellow scarf, and pink holder are all arranged as separate overlapping sections. The shirt also sits outside the body with visible thickness, and the raised hem creates a clear step between the lower edge of the clothing and the waist underneath. This separation makes the uniform feel like a complete outfit built around the body rather than a single flat surface. The second highlight is the shoes. The pink high-top sneakers include raised ankle sections, white laces crossing over the front, circular dark details on the sides, and soles divided into several layers. The laces finish in large tied loops over the top of each shoe, while thin dark lines continue around the white soles from the toes to the heels. Together with the black socks, these details give the feet a strong and clearly defined finish. The third highlight is the pose that expresses her personality. The torso bends strongly to one side while both arms rise around the head, placing two peace signs close to the eyes. Her widely opened eyes, broad smile, spread legs, and flowing hair all follow the same lively direction. The hands, facial expression, body angle, and leg placement work together to give the full figure an energetic and outgoing presence. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Miyu Suzuki's face is built around a bright and highly expressive look. Her mouth opens widely toward both corners, creating a broad smile, while two small pointed teeth appear along the upper edge. The recessed interior gives the mouth clear depth. Her yellow eyes are opened very wide, leaving large white areas around the irises. Dark pupils sit at the center, small highlights brighten the colored sections, and thin upper eyelid lines extend toward the outer edges. Short lower lashes define the bottom of each eye. Both hands enter the space directly in front of her face. The extended fingers form peace signs beside the eyes, visually connecting the hands, gaze, and smile. Each finger is individually separated, and the pink nails add a small accent. Pink heart-shaped earrings project from the lower part of the ears, with smaller round piercings above them. The bangs are divided into thick sections across the forehead, with each lock changing slightly in length and angle. Two rounded buns sit at the sides of the head, while a smaller tied section rises at the top. Curved grooves show how the hair gathers into each form. The long back hair spreads over the shoulders and upper back before separating into overlapping locks. Some tips curve inward while others sweep outward, giving the hairstyle volume and movement from every visible angle. A white intersection appears around the neck, with two dark blue lines following its edge. The dark blue sailor collar overlaps it and extends across the shoulders toward the chest. Two narrow white lines run along the collar border and turn at the corners. Beneath it, a bright yellow scarf spreads across the upper chest. At the center, it passes through a pink holder before dividing into two long ends. Each end projects away from the shirt with a raised fold, so the inner neckline, collar, scarf, holder, and shirt remain clearly separated. The white sailor shirt has noticeable thickness around the torso. It sits outside the body rather than following the waist as one flat surface. Around the lower edge, the hem lifts away and creates a clear step between the shirt and the body underneath. This separation remains visible around the sides and back, making the uniform feel layered and three-dimensional. The short sleeves widen from the shoulders before narrowing at the cuffs. Dark blue bands circle the openings, with two white lines running through each band. Across the back, the sailor collar lies over the shirt, while the long pink hair overlaps it from above. Miyu Suzuki's torso bends strongly to one side, and both arms rise around the head. The elbows are set at different angles, while the separated fingers form peace signs beside the eyes. The dark blue pleated skirt begins at the waist and widens toward the hem. Multiple folds run vertically around it, staying narrow near the waist before opening toward the bottom. The valleys between the pleats continue to the edge, while the sections end at slightly different depths and create a gently uneven outline. The white shirt overlaps the upper edge of the skirt, and a narrow section of the waist appears between the raised hem and the dark blue fabric below. The underside of the skirt is also fully sculpted. The interior surfaces follow the outer pleats, and separate panels extend inward from the thick lower edge, keeping the layered shape readable from below. Black underwear is sculpted beneath the skirt. It wraps around the hips and follows the upper edges of the legs with rounded openings, while open space separates it from the surrounding inner skirt. The legs are spread widely and placed at slightly different angles. The thighs narrow toward the knees, then continue through rounded calves into the ankles. Black socks begin below the calves and extend into the pink high-top sneakers. The sneakers have raised ankle sections, white laces crossing over the front before forming large tied loops, circular dark details on the outer sides, rounded toes, and white soles divided into stacked layers. Thin dark lines continue around the soles from the toes to the heels. This figure is approximately 19 centimeters tall, that's about 7.5 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can, that's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Miyu Suzuki by FuRyu stands out because this figure combines a bright expression, layered pink hair, a three-dimensional sailor uniform, and an energetic pose that guides the eye naturally across the whole piece. The face leaves a lively first impression. Her yellow eyes are opened wide, the mouth stretches into a broad smile, and the two small pointed teeth add a distinctive detail to the expression. The peace signs placed beside the eyes bring the hands directly into the facial area, while the pink heart-shaped earrings add another clear accent around the head. The hair strengthens that presentation very effectively. The bangs are divided into thick sections across the forehead, and the two rounded side buns give the head a distinctive outline. Behind them, the long hair spreads across the shoulders and upper back before separating into overlapping locks. Some tips curve inward while others sweep outward, so the hairstyle continues the movement of the pose from both the front and the back. The upper body works well because the costume layout and the pose support each other closely. The torso bends strongly to one side, while both arms rise around the head and place the peace signs close to the face. Around the neckline, the white inner section, dark blue sailor collar, yellow scarf, and pink holder remain clearly separated as overlapping parts. The white shirt sits outside the body with visible thickness, and the step between the raised hem and the waist underneath gives the uniform a clearly layered appearance. The lower body gives the figure much of its energetic shape. The dark blue pleated skirt widens toward the hem, and the folds follow the angle of the tilted torso. The underside of the skirt is also fully sculpted, with interior surfaces that follow the outer pleats and a thick lower edge separating the outside from the inside. Black underwear is formed beneath the skirt and remains clearly divided from both the inner skirt and the legs. The legs spread outward at different angles, continuing the lively direction established by the upper body. The black socks create a clear transition between the legs and the pink high-top sneakers. The shoes include white laces crossing over the front, large tied loops, circular dark side details, raised ankle sections, and white soles divided into several layers. These details give the feet a strong finish and keep the lower part of the figure visually connected to the pink accents around the head. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the smiling face and peace signs through the tilted torso down across the pleated skirt and spread legs, and then toward the detailed sneakers without feeling interrupted. The long hair carries that movement across the back and helps the entire silhouette remain wide, active, and easy to follow. Because of that, fans of You and I Are Polar Opposites or Miyu Suzuki will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like expressive faces, layered sailor uniforms, detailed sneakers, and energetic character poses should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.